All right, hello, what's up? It's Gokuma. Welcome to the channel. And yeah, I know it's been a while. I think I think last time I streamed was last Tuesday. So it's been almost a straight week after I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll be able to play like almost every day after that." And no, I'm a fucking liar. Um, but yeah, basically since Tuesday, since last time I streamed, which was Star Wars, because I was celebrating Star Wars Day on mm, on Wednesday. I think I worked down stuff, but also like I was um I spent the day like cleaning up my apartment, and I had a lot to clean up and stuff. And I don't know, like by the time I got done with everything, like day was like kind of getting late. And but also like I was really lazy that day. Like I think when I started the day, um I just spent like the first few hours of that day like watching TV, which I don't get to do too often. um and then I went to go start taking care of things, but then by the time I finished, it was getting a little late. It wasn't too late, but I was like, yeah, nah, I should probably just chill, just watch TV for a bit more, and then go to bed, and it'll be fine because I got the rest of the week, right? But no, but no. Um, I think on Thursday, um, I had so that night that I went to bed, um, I had trouble sleeping, so I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, and then I went to work and everything. And then of course like I got home and I just like um yeah, I was just too tired. Like I didn't the lack of sleep like caught up with me, and I was like, yeah, I just want to go to bed. So I did. And then Friday, what ended up happening was I ended up after work. I went out for dinner with some people, and then I went with Posse um to get our cars washed, and then also to like clean them down and stuff like that. And it's been a while since like I really like cleaned down my car. So that took like, I don't know, maybe like an hour or so or something. On top of like going out for dinner and everything. And then I came home, and then I had to clean up a bit because Posse was gonna sleep over the next night. So I had to make sure like the apartment was decent. And again, by the time like I finished all that, like it was late. And this but despite the fact that it was a Friday and I had the day off, tomorrow, like that following day, like was gonna be a long day of drinking and shit, and I needed to get some sleep. So I did. So I went to bed like I think before fucking midnight. Got some good sleep, finished up cleaning up and whatnot. And then that Saturday went to the wine festival. Like so we had a wine festival, which was the second time this year that I went. But this time it was with a lot of my coworkers. So that was cool, and that was fun. Posse was there also, which was why she slept over my place, because we took the taxi back to home, and but she lives a little bit ways from me, so instead, like, yeah, she just she just slept over. Um, and the wine festival was like, it was an all day thing. Like I think we left from here around like after 1. We got there like around 2, 2 or so. We were there, and then I think like we didn't leave until like maybe like almost 9. So by the time we came home, it was like after 9. And Yeah, it was an all day thing, and we basically just ended up. Well, Posse and I ended up just like chilling out for a bit, talking and stuff, and then went our separate ways to bed. And then on Sunday, she ended up hanging out for a bit in the morning, and and then she stayed like till around 12 or so. And then after that, like that's when I went to go. I watched some TV for a bit. And then but also I had to like work on some stuff for work. One of my coworkers like asked me for stuff, and it was like, fine, I'll help you, only because like she be struggling with life and shit. So um yeah, so I worked on a couple things for work on a fucking Sunday. But unfortunately, like it kind of took me like all day because like I kept getting distracted. And then also like there's some stuff about that was like kind of a pain in the ass. But by the time I did all that, like it was getting late, and I still had like some things to take care of, like dishes and laundry and stuff. And I was like, if I don't take care of this now, I don't know when during the week I will. So um yeah, and but now I'm here, even though it's like late as fuck. It's like 10 o'clock. It's after 10. But you know what? I'm gonna go and play and see how far we get, because it's definitely not going to be a long stream. But I don't, I don't know how long I'm gonna play tonight. Um, Other than that, the only other things to talk about is I kind of want to make like an actual like YouTube video about this. But um so like one of the, I guess, controversies going on, maybe, I don't know if like constant bitching is considered a controversy. Um but I've been seeing a lot, especially like on YouTube or on Twitter and stuff, where um so last Sunday, for Evo, Marvel Tokon announced the rest of the Avengers team, the Fighting Avengers. So of course we had Captain America and Iron Man. Hulk was announced, and then Black Panther was announced, but it was Shuri, Black Panther. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, and that's it. Like I did not think anything else of it. I did not think like, oh, this is gonna be a problem. And first off, as far as that roster goes, like, because I kind of always felt that because of how the roster is organized, that um of course we already have Captain America and Iron Man, but when it came to the last two slots, like I felt like one of the slots was going to be taken by either Hulk, Thor, or Black Panther, because the fourth slot would have to be a female character. Like the fourth slot for sure was going to be a female character. And technically I was right. But also technically I was wrong. Because what ended up happening was, you did have the Hulk, and then we still had a Black Panther, but the Black Panther was ended up being the female character as well. So it's like, oh, okay, this is how we still get a Black Panther, but also still get a female character in the Avengers team. So that way the Avengers team isn't a total sausage fest. Um because yeah, it's Yeah, because there was no way we were gonna have, like Hulk and Thor, or Hulk and Black Panther, or Thor and Black Panther, like whatever. Like it was gonna, that third slot was gonna come down to like either having a Hulk, having a Thor, or having technically T'Challa. Um and yeah, instead, like, we of all those three, we got a Hulk. So of course the fourth slot was gonna go to a female, and yeah. Um, so the reason why like this ended up becoming like such a huge fucking issue is because a lot of people are, like specifically like T'Challa fans, and you can't see it because I have my camera on, but I'm doing the air quote thing. And yeah, man, they've been bitching up a storm for the last week. Like fucking just straight days, like fucking every day, like fucking hours on end, like, just complaining about like not having T'Challa in in um in Marvel Tokon. And also, this is another thing, is like you have all these people complaining about Marvel Tokon, and none of these people can pronounce the fucking name right, because everyone is like Marvel Tokon. It's not how it's pronounced. But I digress. I'm just saying that because it's funny that like people are like bitching about this shit, and it's like, bro, you can't even fucking say the name properly. But anyways, um, yeah. So they're still at it. Like it's been legit like over a week, and they are still like bitching about it for like days on end, hours on end about this. And all for like the one time, like the one fucking time, like, that we get a Black Panther in a game that isn't T'Challa, when he's been in quite a few games already. But even then, like this is very like dismissive. In fact, there's quite a few things have been that have been completely dismissive by these T'Challa fans, um in order to prop up and put Black Panther like on this like pedestal that only exists in their heads, unfortunately. First off, before I say like anything else, like, for people to assume that I'm some type of like T'Challa or Black Panther hater or something, like I'm definitely not. I'm just as much of a fan of Black Panther as I am for any other or most, Marvel characters. Um, of course, like he's not of my favorites. Um, he's not going to be in my top 10. Like I don't even think he's in my top 20. Like I don't know where he would get placed if I were to like rank like all the Marvel characters. That'd be crazy if I tried to do that. Anyways, okay, moving on. But I, again, like I like him just as much as any other character stuff. So like I have no problems with him or anything. I so yeah. Yeah. But going back to this whole thing, um so one of the things that they've been doing to try to prop up, to T'Challa and everything, is like, okay, so first off, like with the games, right? Like let's talk about the games. So T'Challa, over the course of video game history, like, he's been in quite a few games. Usually they're ensemble games. Like we have not gotten a straight up Black Panther game. Um which is unfortunate. But I also do have to say that um we have a lot of Marvel characters, and the majority of Marvel characters do not have games as well. So I don't feel like this is just a Black Panther thing. Like, this is like a damn near everyone thing, because only like the same superheroes get get their own games. And but to be fair, like, some of those people even haven't even had games in like fucking years. Like, the last time Captain America had a game for him was when the first movie came out. It was like back when they were actually making like licensed games. Captain America has not had his own game. Iron Man has not had his own game, except for maybe a VR game. And that's it. I think maybe there was supposed to. I think he was supposed to have his own game, but I think maybe that got canceled or something. But yeah, no, but it's like the only person that fucking gets their own game is Spider-Man. That's it. He's the only one that, and even then, he gets one game now, like every like fucking 5,000 years, because fucking gaming development takes that long. Now we will see these characters show up, but it might be for ensemble stuff like Marvel Tokon or Cosmic Invasion, like some shit like that. But as far as like individual games, like, yeah, this year we're getting a fucking Wolverine game. When was the last time you played a fucking Wolverine game? X-Men Origins Wolverine, again, like, because it's a fucking movie tie-in. And they don't do that anymore. They don't do movie tie-ins anymore. But that was the last time like we played a Wolverine game. And that was back like for like fucking 360 and PS3. And even before that, Wolverine still didn't have like many of his own games. He's usually always he shows up in ensemble games for sure, but he like doesn't have his own games. And he's one of the people who, as far as Marvel goes, that I feel like is closest to being as popular as Spider-Man. So anyways, the point that I'm getting to is that Black Panther though has shown up in a bunch of games. Um, but this gets easily dismissed because either it's an ensemble game, like it's not his own game. He show up in these other games, but they're DLCs, or he showed up in this one game like Cosmic Invasion, but it's not a big AAA game, like it's just a fucking niche beat 'em up or whatever. And yeah. So it's like they're moving the goalposts like fucking crazy. Um, and which I feel is also like disrespectful to, I think, especially like the developers of Cosmic Invasion that did, straight up include Black Panther in their game without him being like DLC or anything like that. And then to kind of just like be dismissive and also like minimize like their hard work just because like it's not a AAA game, because it's not like some big budget game, because it's just a beat 'em up. So it's like, okay, like we now need to, now we're throwing um we're throwing developers under the bus. And then it's not just developers. Um it's also it's also other Black characters. And because I've seen this and I experienced this where, you know regardless of what other Black characters like show up and stuff, whether it's other Black characters or even Black women, they get fucking thrown under the bus. Like, I've literally seen messages where people have said that, like, especially as far as Shuri goes, where it's like no Black woman should go over a Black man. And it's like, wow, that's kind of fucked up. So there's like a lot of misogyny there. And the thing is, like, because with Marvel Tokon, I think so far we have two, we have two Black characters. Like, we have Storm and Shuri. Um, I could have sworn there was maybe one more, but I could be wrong. Trying to think of the rest of the roster. No, I think that's yeah, no, I think that's it. Like it's but you know, there's a potential to add more, especially Blade. I feel like Blade, like, there's a very good chance that we'll get Blade. Um, so yeah, and it's like, regardless of what black characters like do show up in Marvel Tokon, or what other black characters have done, um, it still always boils down to T'Challa, you know, where it's like, oh, you know, well, he was the first like mainstream black superhero, and it's like, yes, this is true. Like, he was the first black superhero to show up in the mainstream comic book, which was Fantastic Four. And mind you, while we're all bitching about Black Panther, you know, T'Challa, um, not not being in Marvel Tokon and only being in like Marvel's Capcom Infinite, where again, like, he was a DLC character, so that doesn't count. Um, yeah, let's keep in mind he debuted in the Fantastic Four, a group of characters that have not been fucking represented in any fighting game in the history of fucking ever. So there's that. Oh, and if you say like fucking Marvel Nemesis, like, the fuck is wrong with you? Um, but you know, as far as like, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom goes and this game goes, like, no, like Fantastic Four like ends up getting the fucking shaft. They always get the fucking shaft. Like, they have no representation at all whatsoever in any of these games. If anything, their villains do. Doctor Doom, Super Scroll. But no, no, they're just completely fucking absent. But yeah, Black Panther. Uh, and also, you know, mind you, like, Fantastic Four is Marvel's first family. Like, that was their like, that was among their first, if not the first, like, comic that they did, and they get no representation in in fighting games. Um, you know, so but because T'Challa was the first, now like they start acting dismissive towards like other characters, like such as you know, such as Falcon, Luke Cage, Blade. And you know, it's their attitude is, oh, well, they wouldn't be here without like T'Challa. And because T'Challa is the first, they get to use that as an argument. But really, when it comes to supporting black characters and black superheroes, um nah, bitch, this was a team effort. This was a team fucking effort. Like, no one character or superhero can take credit for helping to pave the way for black characters, for black superheroes. Um, I also don't like the argument in general, like whenever someone is the first of something, that's like, you know, they should get all the credit and everything, because it dismisses whatever work other characters or things that you know, like their accomplishments, what they have done. And you know, it just dismisses all that. It's kind of like with the way I see it is Street Fighter. If we use that argument of, you know, well, like, it's, you know, it's the first, like, you know, it's the best, like, whatever. Like, no one fucking, when they're talking about Street Fighter, and they're talking about the best Street Fighter games. No one's gonna say that shit about Street Fighter One. Street Fighter One is a fucking dog shit game. Like no one would ever fucking be like, oh well, Street Fighter. I mean, it's the first one. Like we wouldn't have Street Fighter Two if it wasn't for Street Fighter One. No, no one that is gonna say that, and that's why this argument gets broken apart because it's all the games after Street Fighter One all had their own like accomplishments and whatnot, and they should be judged accordingly on their own merit, not because something came before that opened the doors for it. So with that being said, yeah, Black Panther, yeah, he totally gets credit for being the first mainstream black superhero, for Marvel, and um he showed up in Fantastic Four. But it would be a while before he would even have like his own comic. Until then, um we had Falcon, who he gets credit for sharing title space with Captain America, because there were comics that were called Captain America and Falcon. And so like even though he didn't get his own book, but like he got to share space, title space with Captain America, and he got to have like stories that focused on not only him um but around that time, like this was like post civil rights and shit, and there were a lot of stories that were dealing with that. So that's a big deal. um Luke Cage was the first black superhero that had his own comic book, at least as far as Marvel goes. I don't know about DC, um or elsewhere, but I know about as far as Marvel goes, like Luke Cage was the first, um was the first black superhero that had his own comic book. you know that's a big deal also. You had Storm, who is like easily one of the greatest members of the X-Men, especially as far as like women goes and black characters go. And she herself has been leader of the X-Men like quite a few times. That's that's a big deal as well. And then we have Blade. Um, Blade especially hit it big when, like when Wesley Snipes made those movies, and and helped usher in like this new era of superhero movies, like at that time anyways. Because it wasn't too long after the first Blade where we started getting Spider-Man movies and X-Men movies and like fucking literally everything else. And all because like someone decided to take a shot at making fucking Blade movie and actually fucking do a good job making it and give a shit about making it. Until we got to the third one, but that's whatevs. um but the point is that, yeah, T'Challa is the first and everything, but it doesn't like diminish the work that everyone else did. Like this is a team fucking effort. There is no like one person that it's like Spider-Man is the most popular Marvel character. He's practically the face of Marvel, and he's maintained the status since the get go. but Spider-Man alone couldn't make Marvel a success. We had to have like a whole bunch of other characters pull, like do their thing and pull their weight. I don't think anyone says that um it's like, because if we're using the argument of because like this person or thing was first or whatever, then what about Fantastic Four? But again, like no one really uses that argument when it comes to Fantastic Four. It comes down to like when people think of, how Marvel got here, they think of Fantastic Four, but because this was a team effort, they also think of, Spider-Man and Captain America and Iron Man and Hulk and Avengers and Daredevil and the million fucking other characters that they've created. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's a team effort. And the last problem is that they keep trying to put T'Challa at the level of Spider-Man or even Superman. Spider-Man is a special case because Spider-Man is one of the most popular comic book superheroes around the fucking world. All right, I'm here in Japan and I got a bunch of fucking Spider-Man shit from being in Japan. I got a bunch of Spider-Man figures. I got a fucking little Spider-Man pillow here. I have like, I don't know, other random Spider-Man shit, and all came from Japan. So that shows, and also that can't be said for like everyone else. Now, I do have figures that I've gotten or that I've seen from for other characters. Like I have like a Gambit, I have a Venom, I've seen Wolverine, Magneto, Iron Man. So I've seen figures, and I'm sure like other ones do exist. But like fucking Spider-Man overwhelms them all. Like there's so many fucking Spider-Man figures and Spider-Man collectibles and Spider-Man shit in general. Um and yeah, no, he is just the most he is easily one of the most popular comic book superheroes around the world. And the only and not even within Marvel is anyone like at that level. Like maybe you can argue Wolverine. You could probably argue him. Now, I don't think he's as big as Spider-Man or bigger than Spider-Man, but I think he comes pretty fucking close. So you can make an argument for Wolverine considering, the movies and his popularity and things like that. And also like, how many comics like he's had and he shows up in and stuff, just like Spider-Man does. The only other comic that could compare to Spider-Man would be X-Men. Like you need a whole ass, not only like a whole ass fucking team, but a whole ass like little mini universe within the universe of Marvel to like even come close to competing with him and still not quite getting there. The only time that X-Men have ever been on the level of Spider-Man was back during the 80s and early 90s when the X-Men comics were legit like one of the biggest fucking things ever. They were legit at Spider-Man's level. And I feel like that was like the only time that was the case. Now, like I don't think so. Maybe you can make an argument, but yeah, that's so within Marvel. Like no, those are that's the only thing that's close enough to Spider-Man's level. If you want to look at who else comic book wise is at Spider-Man's level? You got to go to fucking DC, cuz that's Superman and Batman. And then that's it. Like that's literally fucking it. Like no one else like goes is at their level. Like not just in terms of comics, but like in terms of like fucking media. Like how many like fucking games like some of these characters get. Like movies, appearances, TV shows, animated series, like whatever. Like these characters like all like get the most of that shit. And also not only that, but they're also the most recognizable for everyone. And I know this because I have a lot of superhero shirts that I wear out about, and people easily identify when I wear Superman. They easily identify when I wear Batman, even if it's just a fucking symbol or anything. Of course, like fucking Spider-Man, like that's not a problem or anything. And of course, like they know Iron Man, they know Captain America, and they some know Venom and stuff. Um, but sometimes there's other characters like I wear Daredevil, and they're like, "Who's that?" I wear Ghost Rider, like, "Who's that?" I wear Miss Marvel, "Who's that?" I have a Black Panther shirt, and they're like, "Who's that?" Not everyone's like that. There are people that hear that do like Black Panther, and that might be like one of their favorite like Marvel characters or movies or something. Um, but yeah, but the recognition, like, just is not here. And that's because like the as far as the other characters goes, like, nah, like, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, like they're easily the most recognizable superheroes like around the fucking world. So to even entertain the idea of fucking T'Challa being at that level, like, I'm sorry, but no. No. That now you're just being like fucking delusional for like no fucking reason. Because no one within Marvel is at Spider-Man's level. You got to go to their competitor for that. So, yeah, that's just that's my feelings on the situation. I know I talked about this longer than I meant to, but um yeah, I just this is something that's been bugging me for like a week, and the fact that like people are, to make their argument, to make their case for T'Challa to be in Marvel Tokon, they got to like throw games and developers under the bus. They got to throw black women under the bus. They have to throw other black superheroes under the bus. It's just, and they don't realize this. Like they don't fucking see this. All in the name of like, I don't know, like trying to give you this illusion that like Black Panther is bigger than seems. And it's like, you know don't get me wrong, he is a big character and everything, but he's not at that level where he's not like expendable, because unfortunately he is, apparently, like he is. So, and then yeah, there's a lot of other stuff to go over, but I'm just gonna shut the fuck up about it, because I feel like I could go on all day about this. Um, because like, of course, like people complain like, oh, well then why don't we have like fucking Miles Spider-Man, or um Sam Wilson as Captain America, or Riri Williams at Ironheart as Iron Man. And which, and first off, like, that's because like Riri Williams, like, her being Ironheart, despite the fact being a similar character, no, she's not Iron Man or Iron Woman. Like, she's her own fucking character. So that doesn't make sense. Um but as far as like Cap Steve Rogers and Spider-Man Peter Parker goes, like, these are fucking stable characters. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, again, most popular fucking superhero around the fucking world. There's not a goddamn chance they are going to replace him in any way with any other, like, with anyone else that has the mantle of Spider-Man or another version or variant or whatever. Like, no, they're gonna make sure they have the OG Peter Parker first and foremost. And then maybe they'll add everyone else. But no, he's not getting replaced from jump. Like, no, that's just like, know your business and marketing. And also, to be fair, like a lot of these characters, like Wolverine, for example, remember Marvel's Capcom Infinite, um Wolverine wasn't in that game. A lot of X-Men characters weren't in that game, and they got like a huge ass fucking shitstorm about it. Like, what do you think is going to happen if they don't have Peter Parker Spider-Man in the game? It's going to be worse than the T'Challa Black Panther thing. Now, for me personally, if they had Miles Spider-Man, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. It's like that's like, that's it. Like, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't phase me. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, they're not gonna have Peter Parker? Like, what the fuck? Like, blah blah blah. Yeah, no, like, I wouldn't give a shit. Like, I'd be fine with this. But I do know that unfortunately everyone else would just lose their shits about it, and it would be a bigger shit than the whole fucking T'Challa thing. So, yay, fighting games. And then also, all right, to share one more thought about fighting games is I learned a long time ago, with Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I mean, not Third Strike, just Street Fighter 3 in general, that we are not like entitled to get any of these, to get any characters that we want in a fighting game. We're just not. We're not. There, especially with long running fighting games, with long running fighting game series, at this point there's a whole lot of characters, and they still need to make new ones. So that's going to mean that some of the characters that we like, that we want, our faves, they're not going to be, there's a good chance they won't show up for the next installment. It's just how it is. That's fighting games. There's always a chance and hope that maybe they'll get added on eventually in DLC or something, or maybe they won't. But it's not worth bitching about, because it's just you can't satisfy everyone. You just have to take if a roster for a fighting game, if it's that much of a problem, don't get the game. Wait till maybe it shows up in the next game or some shit, or maybe in a DLC. Otherwise, I don't know, just play the fucking game, learn to use some other characters and shit, because there's a lot of great characters in fighting games. And anyways, let's get into the shit. What the fuck was I even doing? What the fuck was I doing? I haven't played this game in like fucking weeks. I think it's been a couple of weeks, because like fucking Evo happened, and then life happened, and I don't know how to fucking play. I tried to turn the camera. Oh, that's right. I'm in a dungeon. I made it to a dungeon. Ah, shit. That means I'm gonna want to try to beat the dungeon. This is gonna be a while. Fuck. I regret life decisions. Dude, I legit forgot, like, what the fuck I'm doing. Anyways, what's up with these things? Can I knock this down? If I want to knock it down, like... Oh, oh, wait, what happened there? Oh, okay. I don't know what the deal with that is then. Yeah, I probably won't beat this dungeon. Like, I would want to. I would love to beat this dungeon, but I don't think so. I'm probably gonna play for like an hour and then that's that. I really shouldn't have talked as much as I did, but like this fucking Black Panther shit. And the fucking bitch whining about it. Especially because like I'm probably gonna like oh, it disappears like instantaneously. Alright. Especially because like I'm gonna bitch about it again. But I guess it was good to like like put out my thoughts about it, and then now I know like okay, if I make a separate YouTube video, what I'm gonna say. Oh shit, I need you. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, it moves. Okay. I see the error of my ways. There we go. I was trying to look for hearts. Fortunately, yeah, I feel like if I tried to do this dungeon, I completely forgot I was in a goddamn dungeon. I should have just shut the fuck up and just played. I would have been like maybe halfway done with this shit. Cause yeah, because I'm only playing till like midnight. There's no way I'm gonna finish this. Oh shit. His arrow of mine. Headshot. Right. So Okay, well, obviously we know what that's for. What's this shit? Oh, okay. That's it. And none special. Oh, hey. You're new, I think. There are two statues that face one another. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. Fucking sneaking up on me and shit. Who the fuck you think you is? Oh, jump on this? Oh shit. Interesting. Actually, no. Do not do that, because there's a dude over there, he can shoot me down. Son of a bitch. Hate when that happens. Okay. When he jumped back, I thought he was gonna use fire. Wait, no, he is. I don't think there's anything else here, right? I was thinking maybe that would have killed her. Ah, shit. Fucked up. I'm assuming she's gonna do something with this. Oh shit. What the fuck? Why can't I attack? Oh, that was annoying. Cause that lasts like quite a while. Fucker. Yeah, I can't do anything here. Let's not let go there. Okay, there's enough for him to grab on there. Oops. Let me pick that. So I have the bomb, like, supposed to use that on the enemies here or something? Okay, so I guess okay, so oh shit, what the fuck? I do to save him? Can I even do anything? Yeah, what the fuck can I do to save it? Can I even do anything now? Because he can target him, so maybe... Yeah, I don't know if I can do anything yet to save him. Guess I'll continue forth. Yeah, I think I have to give him water. idea what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. Ah, no, none's coming. I feel like this one in particular is key to this, but nah, I might have to consult the video because I really have no idea. The only thing I could think of is if I have to hit this and then like a droplet of water comes down and I catch in a bottle, but even if I catch in a bottle, like I can't do anything with this. Like how am I? Yeah, there has to be like something that helps me. Helps me like launch it there or something. I don't see how any of these things help. Yeah. Gonna have to consult the video. Can we do that? Wait, what? How did he grab it? Oh wait, he can poke at it or something. Okay. I wasn't sure how the fuck I was gonna figure that out. Oh. Okay. Looks like I have to jump down. There's 2 platforms. So let's go with the closest one. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, so I think I know what to do. Oh, motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Oh, I didn't realize to use the hit. Oh, okay. Okay, now we go. Damn, and there's like a lot of these type of holes in this game. gonna see if I can break those boxes, but I don't think you can. Can't do any of those boxes. Okay, so there's a bomb here. Like, can I do anything with that? Okay, I can. Okay, before I go down here. Wait a minute. I was just here, but it's in a different direction. It's like completely different viewpoint. this is... I mean, yeah, this is where I fought that one dude. Yeah, I thought I heard an enemy. The problem is that if I jump down there, can I get back up? We'll see. So I would have to, because... Nothing? Okay, before I do that... stuff I gotta move around. gonna be a map. Yeah. Didn't do that. Okay. So there's a chest that I'm missing. What is this? Oh, bird statue. See if that did anything. So I don't think this dungeon is even that long. I could probably, like, if I really wanted to, I could probably finish it to my fucking detriment of sleep. But no, let's not do that. Normally I would. Like, I like to finish these dungeons in a stream, but I don't think that's gonna happen tonight. Okay, no, there's nothing else here. Anyways. Well, why is all of a sudden is that a weird angle? Yeah, why is that a weird angle all of a sudden? Okay, anyways, alright. So obviously wherever I need to go is here. How the fuck do I get here? So, alright, so even if there's a wall here, like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this information? Like, you take it old school? I guess we do. I guess we do. Because I think there's a chest. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. God damn it, I didn't do that. Oh, okay. So I gotta dig around. Can't fucking Link move faster? I can't. Let's see what happens if I kill it. Bitch. I can't catch up to him. Oh shit. He does, like, he's too fast. He doesn't fucking daze. There we go. I don't get shit for that? Like, not even money? That was a waste of time. Alright, so I did all that. So I go back over here. But also, I want to get that treasure chest. Alright. So I'm gonna play for the next few minutes. Like, I will wait till it gets to midnight, then I'll save, and then for sure I'll stop, because, yeah. Okay, so maybe through here. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go to get this chest here. Maybe it's up there somewhere. Why is he stuck? Oh. something right here. That's where the chest is. But I don't have... Unless there's a plant thingy around here somewhere, but I don't see it. Wait a minute. I just saw it. All right. Oh, another empty bottle. I didn't think there was going to be any more of those, but alright. I know it's midnight, but let me play a little bit more. Okay, I think I'll actually save it here. Because I don't think I have a whole lot to go. But it's probably gonna be some bullshit. And then, you know, we also gotta do boss battles and whatnot. So yeah, definitely gonna stop here. I don't think I've been down here. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna save and quit here. A little shy of, you know, streaming for a couple hours, granted. Like almost an hour that was like fucking me talking, like updating about my life and this fucking Marvel Tokon shit. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to quit. But it does look like, you know, I made it like good ways like through this dungeon, and it doesn't look like there's gonna be that much more to go through. But, you know, of course we have to finish the rest of that, and then we have a boss battle. And then I think once I do that, I think I'll end up being like pretty close to the end of the game, at least like that much closer to the end of the game, because I'm going by like this dude's videos, and like whenever I get stuck, like I just look at like one of his videos, and as far as like the story stuff goes, there's like because this is video 14, and then there's like 15, 16, 17, and then the end. So basically, it's still going to be a few more streams. It's going to be a few more streams before we're done. But I think I did get pretty far into this. Because, let me see... Yeah, I think for the most part, yeah, it seems like I'm like halfway through this dungeon. So, um, but yeah, it'll definitely be like a couple more streams, or a few more streams till I'm done. I really need to, like, even if I don't get to do like long streams, like I need to be consistent in playing, because I think I've been at this game for like 3 months, and I've only played like 40 hours into the game, and that's no good. I should have been done with this game in a month, like at the longest. But life and stuff. But I need to be like more consistent. Like I need to try my best to play every day, and even if it's only for an hour or two, it's like better than like not playing for almost a whole fucking week. Cause yeah, I really need to get through this shit. Like I meant to like get through this shit like fucking months ago, and then play fucking other things, and Pragmata came out, and motherfuckers, motherfucking life. Anyways, all right. So that being said, I'll try to do my best to sign on tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm going to the gym, and I'll try to be out of there like at a decent time, so I can be home, showered, and then hop on here and try to finish this dungeon, and then maybe play, like, get to where we need to go next, and do whatever else. So anyways, all right. um I'll try not to lie this time and be like, oh, I'm not gonna be on. No, like I'll say I'm on tomorrow, or the rest of the week, because I think, because I should be on Thursday, maybe. It depends, because I'm supposed to have a friend who, she used to live in Japan for a couple years, and then she moved, but now she's gonna come in and visit. She's supposed to fly in on Thursday, but I don't know when. So I don't know if, like, if she flies in on Thursday, like, are we meeting up, or we're gonna definitely meet up on Friday. And then Saturday I have a farewell party, and then Sunday I'm free for now, until someone fucking threatens my freedom. But yeah, so okay, so from Thursday to Saturday might be a bit shoddy. So today is Monday. Yeah, so I'll do my best to play on Tuesday and Wednesday, so I can try to get as far as I can, because I don't know how Thursday's looking, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday for that fucking matter. Yeah, so all right, have a good night or whatever, and hopefully